Test, test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10. Testing, 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 test, testing, ding, ding. Do, 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 do. Test, 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 testing. Is it sound better now? Is it sound better now? Testing, 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 ding. Da, 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 da. Okay. Good then if so. Well, I also just knew that a different kind of setting can actually affect that much. Gumen. I'm pretty much don't really understand a lot of things about technology. Comment. Well, better than a boomer, but not better than Gen Z or Gen Alpha. Maybe, I guess. So yeah. So it's really rare for me to actually do a gaming video. Not that I don't play games, just it's just I'm not really fond of doing a live streaming of game because I tend to cannot really talk about a lot of things unless there are any questions for me to be answered. If not, then usually in real life, I tend to be a very not that talkative person. So I can talk about a lot of things if the topic is if somebody asking me about something, but if not, I'm not really a person that initiate a conversation with other people, I think. So yeah. Well, yes, buying an expensive audio sounds good. Yeah, price equals to quality. In most of the cases, I think that's the thing. Like, it's very different if you actually use a good mic and not. But in terms of mic, I think I would also say that it really depends on whether you understand of how to use it. If not, then a good hardware or a good software can actually not bringing you the maximum benefit if you cannot know how to use it well, I think. So yeah. I think one of the things that I really like from Minecraft is that we can actually do anything we would like to be. There is no rules or boundaries of what you can do about it here. So that is one of the things that I like about Minecraft. It's a very it's a good game to play whenever I'm sleepy or doesn't really want to think about a lot of things kind of thing. So basically, the first time I actually start to play this game was because my sister mentioning about Minecraft, so I thought that maybe I can actually try to play it. And it was a bit of shock for me, not because that was the first time. This wasn't the first time I played Minecraft. I previously played Minecraft on my phone. This is the first time I played on PC, and it's actually you can see it here, the ice cube thing, the ice cube thing. So when I start the world here, and everything is just white, everything is like ice block, and I no matter how far I go, it's just like a scenery in Frozen. It's just ice cubes. So I was somewhere out there, and then I walked for I think 5 minutes or so, and then I found this sakura trees, and that's the reason why the house is pink, even though I am not really fond of pink color, just because the first available tree is sakura tree, and the wood is pink. So this house is pink. Actually, it looks like more like a fortress rather than a house. So I initially would like to build a house that has a sakura tree like this, but the sakura tree seems very weird for now. And really, maybe then. And then for this, actually, at first I didn't think much, but then I thought that maybe it's a good thing to actually make something like the church where Cloud met Iris. So this is meant to be a flower bed kind of thing. So. And let's see. And for and actually for future in the future I would like to release an album per month if it's possible, and like what I did last month and this month as well. So the last month one is a song cover album, so it's actually not an original song album, it's a cover album. The title is Aubade. I don't know how to read that, and it was originally a French word, but then oh, thank you. And yeah, five W is as the title is. It's supposed to be, five 5W actually, the alphabet W. Yes, 5 5W is actually that, but it's more like what, who, when, and then where, and then why. But the reason why I didn't mention it as 5W 5W in alphabet is just because I would like to express about reincarnation kind of thing. It's actually not reincarnation, it's more like you are born again, because I do believe that actually a human being doesn't really have some sort of ending. So it's more like we are living in a cycle, and in this cycle we are alive and then dead and then alive and then dead, alive and dead. So it's like that's the reason why I name it 5W rather than 5W in alphabet, because I think we not only live for once, and we live a lot of lives before and after as well. So that's the reason why I name it like 5W, not 5 5 what? Yeah, some sort of reincarnation. But I think there is a difference between reborn again and reincarnation. I think I have heard that some people do mention that in reincarnation, I think it's more like you are being reborn again as the same person, like exactly the same person with similar face or so. But then reborn again is more like, actually I know the Indonesian terms of it, but I don't really know what is the difference in English and whether it difference. So yeah, like Buddhism. I really like Buddhism concept a lot, because I think it explain a lot about how to do a meaningful life. So it's rather than a religion. Actually, I think it's more about a way of life, like a guidance of life kind of thing. So I think I also have my very first album, which is Nekotabi, and in Nekotabi, it's actually about a cat that lived for more than 1,000 years, so it transformed into human form. And then within that 1,000 years, she experienced about a lot of things and a lot of feelings. She met a lot of people, and then she experienced and go to a lot of places. And then she fall in love, and then feel the separation with the one that she loved. Yeah, a lot of cat noise. Yoko Taro. Let me Google it up. Who is Yoko Taro? Is it actually a musician or let's see. Yoko Taro, Japanese director. A game director. Let's see. Oh, is it a game creator? I think I never heard about Yoko Taro, but I do know about Dragon Guard and near. But I know about Yoko Taro wife, which is Yukiko Yoko, and because she is the artist for Taiko no Tatsujin, one of my favorite game. Yeah, well, I do believe that life is a never-ending cycle. It's more like a system in this universe. Like everything in this world has a cycle. So that's why there is no start and then there is no end of something. It's just turning around and around in a cycle. That is one of the things that I believe in. So I think I put that a lot in my album as well. But I think you have already asked about whether Nekotabi is the continuation, is the previous a sequel of 5W. So it's actually a different story because in Nekotabi, the main character, the female cat, is actually not die. It just she has lived for more than 1,000 years and then still living. But in 5W is more about rebirth again, kind of thing. So it's a bit different between those two. But since I can see the resemblance. So what do you think about 5W? Mm, I hope that you still enjoy the album. I write a short story about 5W which I posted in my YouTube post. So it was a short story that I wrote when I think about this short album about a story about a girl who previously lived as the assistant for a great pirate. So I thought it might be something like the person who navigate the ship, like to know about what what do you call it in English? The direction of where the ship is going, like the astrology kind of thing, maybe. And then mm, I thought that a lot of people might think that a great pirate, a very honorable pirate, must be very scary and have a dream to conquer the world, kind of thing. But in that short story that I wrote, I write it that actually this pirate have a very sweet wish that he would like to actually accomplish in his lifetime, but didn't manage to, which is actually he would like to be to open the flower shop. Let's see. I still work out the connection between what, when, where, which, who, and the concept of never-ending cycle. Um, well, in this 5W that I wrote, it's actually in there. As I said, that in the past life, this girl is actually the assistant for this great pirate, and then they they pass away in their past life for sure, and then they reborn again. The girl become open the flower shop in this lifetime, and then the guy is actually opening a vintage clock shop. So in this story that I make it the girl still remember about her past life, but the boy doesn't. So the girl do remember about what he would like to have, the wish that he would like to have, which is regardless of how scary or how respectful this pirate is. And I think a lot of people might think that he will prefer to have a great dream like conquering the world, maybe defeating some sort of sea creatures and so on. But then actually he has a very sweet kind of little dreams, which is to to make a flower shop. And I think I really like to present that kind of contrast to show that actually you cannot really judge somebody by their cover. And sometimes people that look fierce or look bad doesn't mean that they are bad or having a bad intention. They might eventually have a sweeter intention rather than people who actually look sweet in the outer but then very dark inside. And then before this, I think before this dream can be achieved, both of them have passed away. And then the girl reborn again, and she remember about what the boy, the great pirate would like to. So in this lifetime, she try her best to actually manage to fulfill her promise to bring his favorite flower, which is the peony, uh, to him. So, and then regarding the never-ending cycle, actually, I would like to express about actually this life is not end with just one one time die kind of thing. So it's not about that if you die then everything ends, but it actually continues. If that is not confusing, hopefully it's not that confusing. And then I wrote the question of 5W question, which represent the point of view from the girl. So where is actually about where she feels comfortable about where she feel the most comfortable, and she feel the most comfortable when she was with him. And this is talking about her in the past life, not her in the current life, because she in the current life just met this clock guy, and they don't haven't really have that much interaction yet. But she just knew that that is the one that she is seeking for, which is the great pirate. Mm, so yeah, actually I was I think the hardest the hardest one to think about is what, which I would like to make it as the what is about the final wish from the pirate. And I was thinking thinking about a lot of possibility of what is his last wish or what is her last wish that he or she would like to bring in this current life. And I think one of the thing that mm, come across my mind earlier was about that she promised him that she is going to live longer than him because she was in the past life die earlier than him, so that in this lifetime she would like to actually live longer than his. So, but that is, I actually tell my friend about it, and my friend said, well, if he actually care about her, then he would wouldn't want her to experience the same sadness as his. Hmm, Not really showing the curiosity, just about to represent the story as a whole. Like for example, where is actually about where she feels comfortable with, uh, which is she feels the most comfortable when she is with him. And then when is about when she is meeting this boy in the next life, where she has become the flower girl and he has become the clock guy. And then why, who is about who they were in their past life. And what else? Did I miss anything? I have said about when. Oh, what is about the final wish of the pirate that she would like to fulfill? So that is the thing that I would like to convey about this. It's about the story of this girl rather than uh, showing the curiosity of the girl for the pirate. It's more like telling a story um about this girl in specifically, like the life of this girl from her point of view. It's more about our curiosity about this girl rather than the girl curiosity about the pirate. So it's more like the question that we as the listener ask when we listen or read this story. So that is the thing that I would like to actually convey through this. And for Aubade, as I said before, it was a song cover album. So there were some old Vocaloid songs that I do the cover, and then Rexa do the piano arrangement. And as for Aubade, I choose from Y to Y Literature Cairo from Fujikaze, and also another one is Amano Jaku. So there is actually an order about why I put it in that order. So if you see about the song that I put in Aubade is literature from Y to Y, Amanujaku and Kairo. So literature is about that the song lyric. If you pay attention on the song lyric translation, it's about let's meet again one day. And then it's about a very cheerful situation where she is still very hopeful. She or he very hopeful about the one that they love, that they will meet again, and so on and so on. And then from Y to Y express about how actually their loved one leave them. And then at the first time they leave, they are being left. This main character, he or she, is very sad and feel like the room that used to be very big now seems very small without him or her by their side. And then in Amanujaku, actually the title of the song is A Born Coward, so they feel like they're actually a coward for not being able to convey about what they really think or feel with that person. And then Cairo is a resolution because in Cairo it's more like, well, life goes on and then things might not be able to come back as before, but it's okay. Like, I'm going to forgive things and I'm going to move forward. And like, what is the use of being hateful with each other, kind of thing. So this is actually like a love cycle, not about getting someone that you love, but more about being acceptance and moving forward, even though maybe the one that you love cannot love you back. Because I think in real life it's not like in anime where things might go very smoothly. Yeah, I think a lot of people have problems in conveying their feelings to their loved one, and then they regret it not because they're being rejected, just because they haven't been able to got the chance to actually express what they feel about. And uh, and that's the reason why for me, in terms of romance especially, I think I'm really a straightforward person in real life. I say what I don't like, and then I convey things when I think it's not right. But of course, to the people that I care about, not to random people. I tend not to talk that much about with people that I don't know, or with people that I'm not care about. But for people that I'm close with, uh, I tend to be someone who actually very how to say, very straightforward. I say what I like and I don't. So I think a lot of my closest friends say that I'm really practical, not romantic, and then mm, no, not strict. They never say that I'm strict, but it's just boring and then too practical, not romantic, and very efficient. mm, Maybe that's the reason why I have a lot of male friends compared to female friends, because I found that I feel like female friends are more complicated compared to male, because, well, Mm, I prefer to be direct rather than giving out code. I think one of the mistake that most girls usually do is actually like giving out sign and then thinking to actually wishing that the boys can eventually get the sign and then understand them. Hello ICT. Good morning. Yes, it's morning time. It's 1:14 a.m. right now. So yeah, I think that is one of the hello Marty. I think that was one of the greatest mistake that female tend to do because I think most boys doesn't really like to read sign. And sometimes I think girls are very complicated in a way that they tend to say the opposite of what she really want to. For example, they might say they don't want something, but actually they want, or they don't want something, or they want something, but actually they don't want. So I think a lot of guys tend to think and feel that it's very complicated and very not practical. So even though I'm a girl, because I never do that in real life, so I think I can really relate with a lot of girls who actually like to complicate their life. I'm sorry, female folks. It just yeah. Well, well, I think in real life, especially as time goes by, I think mm, boy have a lot of things to think about. They go to they have a career they need to think about. They have parents they need to think about. And then, well, the thing about to read a sign from a girl is just too troublesome, I guess. Mm, and well, as I said before, I think that is the reason why I have more male close friends compared to female because I could relate to them more than to the girls. Well, not all girls are that like that, but just I think majority speaking, most of them are that way. Well, life is complicated enough, so why we have to actually make things even more complicated by not saying what we really want to, especially to people that we are close with. I mean, with people that we are not close with, we have to adapt and to see what kind of person they are. And maybe sometimes we cannot really convey what really we really want to. For example, even though like a teacher cannot really teach that well, and I think mm, you cannot really convey to your teacher and saying that hey you are a bad teacher kind of thing. You can just think about it by yourself, but you cannot really speak it out because that would be rude. And yes, I agree. It depends on the person. I do agree because everybody has a very different point of view and then different standard. So this is just from my point of view only. And I do. I'm not saying that the other way of life is wrong. It just this is the way of life that is more comfortable for me to actually live with. And I think, well, to be fair, not all guys are easy to be read as well. Some of them are pretty complicated, even more complicated than the girls. So it really depends, as you said. It really depends on the person and depends on the environment as well, because environment and a lot of other factors actually can affect how somebody acts and think and feel. So I think in the future time, I would like to, my plan is actually to be able to release a short album every month, if possible, like one per month. Mm, but actually, I'm thinking whether I should do like a piano only album, like a lullaby or something. So I'm still thinking about that, and let's see. Idea about new album or okay. Well, you have to have an enough rest because this is already 1:20 a.m. in the morning. Well, I will have mine as well later. Maybe not really now. Yeah, it's very late indeed. And have a good night and thank you for joining this live stream. Bye bye. Uh, the idea for the new album. Let's see. So actually, for the story of the new album, I haven't really think about it yet, but it's more about the concept for the instrument first. So I was initially think whether it will be a good idea to actually make a piano on the album. So as for now, it's I never have a piano on the album. So I thought that maybe it will be a good thing as well to have one. But it really depends on how you guys think about it, though. I mean, that is just my random idea about it. And also, for those who actually have listened to my songs, the Christmas song is actually was supported by Marty, and because Marty was the one who actually supported us to make this song. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for your kind support. I personally really like that Christmas song as well. Because, well, that Christmas song convey what I really feel about Christmas is actually not about the fancy lamps, the fancy dinner, or the fancy celebration that we have. For me, it's more about who we are with. So, yeah, thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. Stay hydrated. It makes me remember that I haven't drink. Let me take my drink. Stay hydrated, guys. This is actually very random. I'm making these stairs from my house to nowhere. I think I'm making this because I often get lost. I think my sense of direction in Minecraft is very bad. I think not only in Minecraft but in most of the game, I think I have a very bad sense of direction. Unless if the field is actually not that big. For example, the first house in Phasmophobia is fine because because it's not really a big place. It's just a haunted house. Yeah, Christmas song is a very fun song. I really like it. It's very warm vibe song. I think I tend to actually spend such a lot of times in games just to actually find to find the way back. Not all games provide a very good map and where we need to go. Some of them are very confusing and very complicated. I play a lot of horror games in the past time. Uh, and Forbidden Siren is one of the hardest that I have ever played. And Fatal Frame is my favorite. No, I never do a Phasmophobia stream. Well, actually, I never really scared about a horror game, but I don't really like horror movie. I was a very big fan of horror and thriller stuff when I was younger, but then I think I have stopped watching it for a lot of for many years, I think. mm, and I actually will not recommend people to actually watch too much of horror movie because it's not really good for your brain. Because whenever you are alone in a dark place, then your brain can do wonders if you watch too much of it. So yeah. So any recommendation for the new album? Do you actually prefer it to be like a piano and vocal album again, just like the Aubade, or piano only is also fine, or just like the instrument like Nekotabi and also like 5W? For the instrument, And well, for the story is usually very random. I usually tend to think about the story later after I finish the entire album or finish like half of it. So yeah, I tend to be that way as well about horror movie. I tend to to be laughing about how things being played and then how things are displayed. But that was before until one day I think I watched I think it was a Thailand horror movie that based on true story. And then for certain reason, I think it scares me a lot, and then I don't want to watch horror movie anymore. And maybe it actually, mm, the main reason why is just because I have experienced like real life paranormal, uh, like paranormal activity kind of thing. So so I think the real one is scarier. So yeah. I think I'm more like a yes because rather than ICT in that in this particular thing because yeah I just want to beat up the ghost. So it's just very exciting. Maybe that's the reason why it doesn't really scares me because my motivation is actually to finish the game, defeat the boss. Other instrument that I can play beside piano. Let me see. Well, just actually, if you say like instrument, I don't really play a lot of instrument. Just those standard instrument that people usually use at school. For example, like recorder, pianica kind of thing. And then kalimba, glockenspiel, and anything that's similar to that. But nowadays, whenever you create a music, actually you just need to be able to play the piano because you can do a lot of things with the Fiesti and in your working station. And Fiesti is something like the voice choices that you can pick, like the one in keyboard, but this one is in a program. So if you have the if you if you have the Fiesti, whether you use the free Fiesti or you buy the Fiesti, so you can eventually be able to have a lot of sound bank. Yeah, horror movie problem is just always they use loud music. I think it's the same thing about the horror game as well. If you try to actually play the horror games and then you turn off the volume of the horror games and then you start to actually play the Doraemon song, mm, it's actually less scarier. Well, I have tried that with a horror movie as well. But the thing with horror movie is the image of the ghost. In most of the time can unconsciously stick in my mind, so that is not a good thing for me. Yeah. So yeah. So well, I think in terms of horror stuff, that's the case. And then for the new album, I'm still thinking whether I have to actually make a piano only album, like a lullaby or so, or I need to do a vocal album. I haven't decided yet. Actually, I'm more curious about what is you guys' opinion about all of the album that I have released. Like, which one is your favorite one, and then which one is your least favorite, and why, kind of thing, so that I could actually get a feedback about what I need to create for the next one. Well, I cannot really promise that will be able to create something that is suitable for your preference, because I think every person, every musician have different preferences in terms of well, a lot of things. So, but I can try to actually make something that you guys would like to listen to. Yeah, yeah. But I actually open to other style as well. But as long as it's not a rock song, I don't think my voice or my ability is good for rock song. You cannot really imagine me singing a rock song anyway. And any kind of rock song will eventually turn into a ballad song or a comedy if I'm the one who's singing it. Rock to lullaby. Well, I really cannot imagine myself doing a death metal song. I think the first song that actually come up in my mind when I read rock to lullaby is actually uh, songs from Queen, like "We Are the Champion" and other other of his songs. Yeah. And for that metal, well, actually, I rarely listen to metal song. Almost never, I guess. So it's really hard to imagine me singing that kind of song. I think you even cannot really, how to say, imagine me singing other song rather than ballad song. Maybe. listening to a lot of rock songs in the first place. Hmm. Oh, even King from Canaria is definitely becoming a ballad song. I think in my very earliest live streaming, I often sing King Canaria in ballad version. Hmm. Actually, it would be a nice idea as well to actually make a um like an album like from a rock song becoming a ballad song kind of thing. But the thing is to upload it to Spotify or YouTube Music. I think the cost of the royalty is just too high. Like for example, I have to actually pay like $12 per song just for the royalty fee, and it was for a year, and then it has to be renewed for another year. So let's say if I do 10 song cover into an album, then I need to pay like $120 per year just for that album. And I don't know. Maybe for those who live in Europe or in US, maybe might feel like it's not really a big amount of money. But for me who lives in Asia, especially in Indonesia, it just feels a lot. Yeah. Actually, I was actually thinking about to make an album song cover for Millie song before, like do a piano and vocal for Millie song. But after the first experience with the Aubade album, I think I have mm, to for to actually not thinking about that possibility anymore because it's just too pricey. Cannot afford that yet. Speaking about Millie, I think the iconic part for the song title Hero is actually the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Mm, I think they put it in general. I think no matter what song that you upload from which artist, they pick it. The aggregator take like $12 a song per year. So it's actually very weird because from what I knew, it's supposed to be depend on the artist, but for this, I think they just put it all together the same price for every song. So they put it like $12 per song per year. So if so next year we need to actually pay another $12 for a song. Let me see the song, Millie song that I could relate. Let me think about it. Well, a bit part of Place from Love. And then I think Rubber Human. Mm, and which one? Mm, mm, well, I have a lot of Millie favorite song, and to be honest, I think Cassie writes a very nice lyrics in English and a very good one. And then her husband is a very good arranger of music. Just sounds perfect together. Both the lyric and then of course Cassie voice as well. I think the Metropolis song lyric is very relatable to people nowadays. I think a lot of people nowadays live in such a lifestyle. I don't play the library of Arena, but it's really a very nice song. I really like it, and especially when it says like blood is thicker than water. But what I would like to drink is water. I'm wondering if everybody is actually having a long holiday because Monday today is holiday here in Indonesia, and then Tuesday is actually not a holiday, but a lot of people will actually take a leave. And then Wednesday is another holiday, so it's like a long weekend from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I have thinking about playing the Library of Reina, but after seeing people who play it, I don't think I could actually finish that. Because I'm not really into gacha game or a game that has a complicated gameplay. I tend to play a lot of console game instead of PC game. But I do know that it is a nice game. I think like Library of Rena and then Limbus Company. I think I knew those games because of Millie. Mm. Oh, but I do play one game that featured Millie song. Millie do the soundtrack for this game, and the title is Ender Lilies. I think it's a very beautiful game as well. Uh, and the release. And I think Millie is also going to make another soundtrack for the next sequel for Ender Lilies. Ender something. I forgot. Ender Magnolia? Or I don't know. Yeah, I also love the atmosphere. I love the how the illustration and everything. I mean, compared to Hollow Knight, and the release is more beautiful. Because well, Hollow Knight and the release seems like in the same or similar category. Let me see. Mm, what kind of games that I usually play? Well, I do play like the games that I tend to play is some sort of RPG, like Fire Emblem series, and then Final Fantasy series, Kingdom Hearts, Fatal Frame for the horror one, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and then Alone in the Dark, Dino Crisis, and then for those who play PlayStation 1, maybe small games like Bishibashi, and then Pepsi Man, and Taiko no Tatsujin. And I rarely play mobile games, so I never play Balatro as well. So I think I don't play mobile games because my phone is not capable to play games. I think the only games that I ever played in my phone is Animal Restaurant, the one with a cat maintaining a restaurant, because I like cat the most, and then cats are cute. So yeah. So hmm. No, I don't have cats in real life because I don't have the capability to actually raise one. And rather than letting the cat living miserably, I think it is a wise decision for not actually raising one. Because well, I think raising a human, not a human. I mean raising a living creature has a big responsibility. I mean, the time that you decide to actually adopt it, you have to take a good care of it. So I think I don't really have the capability to do such a commitment. I do ever raise four hedgehog though. Hedgie is very cute as well, even though they have spikes on their back. Oh, I do. I have ever played Omori before. Uh, and then I never play Hello Charlotte, but I do know about that game as well. And then I play Mad Father, IB, uh, and well, games that similar to that. I think the interesting part of playing a pixel game is actually they tend to have a better stories than those who that have a very beautiful illustration or animation in the game somehow. So that's why I really like it. Having a cat is like having a double-edged sword. Well, yeah, that's why. That's why I really love cat, but nah, I don't really have the capability to raise one. And another thing is that I'm allergic to fur, like cat fur or anything. Hmm, anything that is fury. Mm, yeah, because the cat fur will eventually be everywhere, like in the sofa, in the chair, and well, basically everywhere. If you raise them in the house, and I'm allergic to those fur. So that's why I think the creature, another living creature that I have ever raised is only fish, and then Heiji the hedgehog. I have four of them because Heiji doesn't shed the fur. It's not like a dog or cat, so it's still manageable in a way. And then they are really a solitaire person, solitaire creature. So they don't really need. Mm, it it really differs with cat. I mean, cat, as you say, cat is the real master. So cannot really afford to give that much attention to another living creature at this point of time. Mm, tricky in what way? What do you mean by tricky? Raising a hedgehog is actually quite fun. And it's not really that spiky if you be able to tame the hedgehog. Taking care of it not really that difficult, and then cleaning the cage cleaning is not really difficult. And then cleaning the hedge itself, it's also still fine. I can wash them up in the cleaning basin as long as they didn't actually jump out from the washing machine. Uh, the what do you call wastafel? Washing basin. So I always give a bath in like a washing basin or something like that. And then giving careness not that difficult as well. Uh, I think in general hedgehog is pretty much low maintenance animal, unlike cat or dogs. So it's very suitable for me. But then four of them have died. Most of them because of the age. They, I think small animals tend not to live that long compared to big animals. So yeah. Well, it's bigger than a hamster though, but it's still pretty small. It's like a mouse size, I think. A big mouse size. And yeah. Hmm. Huh, I start to feel sleepy. Maybe I have to go to sleep soon. Because today, tomorrow, I think every day will be a long day. And for today and yesterday, actually, I was resting because I already finished my to-do list in a month for January. So I think it's also fair to to give myself like 2 days of a chilling day. So these 2 days I spend my time chilling, mm, sleeping, watching, mm, watching a series called Blossom. It's a Chinese drama series. The concept is actually pretty simple, but it could present in a quite a good way in presenting the story. So it's still pretty much interesting until now. And then let me see. I spend my time riding bicycle, so it's an improvement. Well, previously I cannot ride bicycle. But then I managed to learn how to ride a bicycle this month. So well, it's something that I achieved this month. So as for music, I think I would like to actually have uh, one live streaming per month, and then one song cover and one album per month. So that is actually my monthly goals for now on for music. And then which one for real? You mean riding bicycle? Well, I used to walk to my school because I live close to my school. So that's the reason why. And then this month I got the motivation to actually learn how to ride a bicycle. I think bicycle is even scarier than a car because, well, if you, I think if we are being hit by another car, if it's not that we are speeding or something, I think it's still the damage for us is not as big as, let's say, if you're riding a bicycle and then you are getting hit by a car. So I think mm, whenever I think about the impact of riding a bicycle in a road full of car scares me. But then I managed to eventually overcome that fear and managed to learn how to ride a bicycle. And I do have works, and then all of the goals for the work for this month has accomplished. So that's why I spent 2 days chilling, including today. Oh, but let's see. Maybe tomorrow or the day of tomorrow will be busy day as well. So let's see. I will I will make use of my chilling day, my resting day in a good way. And then of course, I also spend time to talk with you guys, to connect with my listener and also people who have supported me this far, because I think I might not have as good as other people's voices, and I don't actually do the best music out there. A lot of great musicians out there, but I just would like to do and convey what I can do. And people often say that rather than we are not mm, decide not to do things because we feel like we are not capable with, I think we will regret more if we actually not trying to do it at all. So, well, I think 50% of something is better than nothing. So that's why, even though I think I'm not really excel in this, but I would like to share what I can do with everyone, and hopefully it's still enjoyable, and I will be happier if it eventually is still enjoyable. So yeah. Mm, happy and glad to know that. In Yish, I think it's time to go to bed because it's already 2 a.m. in the morning, and I still have to clean the house this morning. So let's see if I have the energy. The thing is, I usually wakes up very early in the morning, like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So let's see how many hours that I still have for sleep. 4? Hmm, I'll manage. Hmm. Okay then. Thank you for tuning in, and see you in the next stream. And just wait for the update of song cover live streaming and also a new album for February. And in the meantime, please take care, stay safe, have a good night. Chande, bye bye.